Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors and the Chargers. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of the Winter 25 Battle Court season, winding down that Winter 25 season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you this crucial late-season contest between the Warriors and the Chargers. How you doing tonight, Stu?
Doing great, Andrew. Know that it's an important game day for both teams.
Absolutely right. Let's take a look at those standings to get you all caught up. Chargers and Warriors sitting in 4th and 5th place respectively right now, so the Chargers can clinch a playoff spot with a game day win today. Nice and simple. The Warriors clinch a playoff spot with a game day win tonight and a tie or better, so tie or win, in their final game day of the regular season against the Devils. So that's what's going to happen today. Chargers know what they need to do. This is the final regular season game day for the Chargers and second to last game day for the Warriors. We're beginning here with Division II doubles. That'll be Douglas and Julin for the Warriors taking on Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. These two teams played all the way back on January 31st, early season contest. Iturbide and Ubia won that one 2-6, 6-5, 6-5 in 3 sets. If that's any indication, should be a great match to start off the game day. Douglas serves.
Ubia on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote, forehand by Douglas. Ubia from the 11 line to the inside. Robote forehand by Douglas. Ubia takes it off the side wall at the 11. Here's Julin, backhand. Right up the middle. Ubia is there. Low and hard to the inside. Good catch on the forehand of Julin. Ubia from the 12 line on the backhand. Douglas reaches in. Backhand. Ubia again. Lifts it to the 12 line. Julin's there. He takes it in the air. Robote dropping. Saved by Douglas. Iturbide steps in at the 8 line. Backhand in the middle. Here's the forehand by Julin. Robote by Iturbide. That kicks. Julin makes the stop at the 10 line. Robote forehand. Julin now from the 11 line to the inside. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, played on the forehand of Douglas. He gets it back. Ubia is there. Ubia goes deep from the left side. Robote forehand by Douglas. Robote left side by Douglas to the inside. Ubia now from the 9 line. Robote forehand again by Douglas. Reaching behind him and make the play. Ubia is there. Low and hard. Douglas is there. Backhand from the 8 line. Ubia now from the 11. Ball tipped at the side wall. First point for the Warriors, Douglas and Julin. Douglas serves.
And this is exactly the style that the Warriors would like to play. You know, more of a rally game, keep the ball inside, don't throw a ton of shots, because you have Iturbide standing across from you there, who's one of the most explosive and one of the best shot makers. If he gets it going, it could be a long night for the opponent.
Powerful backhand by Ubia. Robote for Douglas. That kicks to the inside. Good catch and return by Iturbide. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Ubia behind the 13 line. Powerful backhand. Here's Julian. Robote left side by Douglas. That's picked up on the forehand of Ubia. Nice catch. Julian advances, makes the catch. Outside placement will land out of play. We're tied up 1-1. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
Well, typically, you like that throw. Against Iturbide, who's very aggressive up in the front court, he likes to dart inside. But in that case in particular, Iturbide was waiting for it. Just wasn't a lot of space there.
No, and you got to execute. You got to keep it in those boundary lines. Long cortada stopped and scoring. That's 2 points for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
A little dangerous on the previous throw there by Julian, but look at Iturbide. This is the 2-all we're talking about. Douglas is trying to, watch where he's stepping, trying to bring it in, and a lot going on.
Julian powerfully from the forehand. That's a good pickup by Ubia. Ubia to the inside. Julian's there. Backhand to the inside. Robote dropping. Douglas makes the save. Iturbide, powerful, powerful backhand. Robote to the 7 line. Fired from the forehand of Douglas. Julian now from the 12. Ubia, low runner to the inside, scooped up by Julian. Julian powerfully from the backhand. Beautiful catch by Douglas off the wall. Ubia again from the 11. Julian now on the forehand, crossing the sidewall to 10. Robote. Catch by Julian. Iturbide takes that in the air, backhand. Hard to the inside, Julian's there again. Iturbide now mid-court, backhand. Iturbide from the 7 line. Julian from the 12. Ubia now from the 10 line, low and hard, and caught by Douglas in the front court. Powerful backhand. Robote kicks way out. Robote forehand to the inside. Julian's there. Ubia could catch. Backhand from the 13. Robote on the wall, saved by Iturbide. Douglas has it. Douglas going for that placement, coming to the outside, and it scores. We're tied up 2-2. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
Well, that is a perfect 3-wall play because it wasn't even returnable by Iturbide. Once it hits off the back wall here, it opens up with a big bounce that you're going to see it bounce into the net well above Iturbide's reach. I mean, yeah, it hits up high and perfect throw. Douglas is going to have to do that in this match. The catching's great, but they got to kill some points.
Low runner there by Ubia. Stopped. What a beautiful catch by Ubia off the sidewall. This one kicks. Robote, forehand. By Douglas, fired and stopped by Iturbide. Robote dropping that save.
Tough one.
Is too high. That hit the overhead screen. 3 points for the Chargers. Iturbide and Ubia. Iturbide has the serve.
Well, if that's all Douglas could have done with that particular throw, I mean, it was dropping. It kind of died off the back wall, just trying to sweep it up off the ground. And it's a common mistake, try to save the Robote, but he had enough power, but not the height.
Especially from that position when you're so far down, it's just really, it's not blind, but you don't throw with a lot of control.
My goodness.
Iturbide is there. Powerful costado inside. Julian stops it. Here's the backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Robote's out to the 5 line. Iturbide makes a nice play. Douglas is there. 2-all. Stopped by Iturbide. The carom return by Iturbide scores. Well done by Iturbide, both offensively and defensively. Chargers will serve.
Well, Douglas gets this off quickly. It opens up. Look at the reach. Beautiful control. And then I love this carom from the outside. See, both Warriors were backing up and moving towards the inside part of the court, expecting a hard forehand back to him. Don't even give him a chance. Kick it off the sidewall first. Makes it a 4-2 lead.
Robote forehand high to the front wall, and Julian makes the catch. Low and inside. Ubia, powerful backhand, flying in, and Julian with a great catch at the 9 line. Here's Ubia again. Douglas will catch this in the air. Costello up the middle, caught by Ubia. Ubia low and hard to the inside. Douglas looking for a difficult rebote. Beautiful catch by Iturbide. There's the backhand. Catch by Julian way up high. Catch by Iturbide at the side wall. That's nicely done. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming way out. Rebote forehand wall to wall by Iturbide. Douglas going for the big bounce. Stopped in a beautiful catch by Ubia.
That is so tough.
Rebote forehand to the outside. Iturbide has it in the air. Julian moves in, makes the catch. Backhand low and hard. Caught by Iturbide again. Here's the backhand. Played low. Julian's on it. Iturbide from the costado. Caught on the bounce by Julian. Julian to the inside, passing Iturbide, and Ubia picks it up on the bounce. Beautiful catch down low by Ubia. Douglas calls for the rebote. Powerfully thrown up the middle. Scoop is missed. Iturbide gets in there. Powerful Costello again. This one caught on the forehand of Ubia. Ubia rifles this. Douglas stops it. Split placement. Scoop attempt miss. Rebote is there. What a save by Ubia. Hard throw to the inside. Ubia's back to the inside to make the play.
Oh, it's dying.
Iturbide now, backhand, thrown powerfully. Rebote coming all the way out to the 4 line, rifled from the forehand of Douglas, and it scores. What a point played by all 4 players. That's a 3rd point, hard-fought point for Douglas and Julian of the Warriors. Douglas serves. There's a lot to cover if you want to cover anything before this next serve comes up. I mean, the ball's flying. Guys stepping in front of it.
And all it is just that one throw. Iturbide blasts the backhand and feeds the forehand rebote at Douglas. He turns through it, throw it as hard as he could, and forced a very difficult scoop for Ubia there in the backcourt.
Here's the backhand. Scoop by Julian. Iturbide calls for the rebote. Julian makes the catch. Scoop by Ubia. Julian on the forehand at the 11. Douglas leapt, turned to make the save. That's going to fall short. 5 points for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. Possible set point.
And a little contact between Julian and Ubia there in the backcourt, and Ubia just took it out on the ball. He just
it's like New York housing back here in the
Oh,
backcourt. I mean, there's no room for
no,
anything.
No alleys at all. There's no throwing lane. Yeah.
No.
I think that's well said, Stu. But again, you're gonna tick him off a little bit. He's just gonna throw it hard, and that forced that missed rebote by Douglas up there.
There's a powerful forehand. Rebote dropping. Saved by Iturbide. Douglas went to go in, will not make the catch. Point and set for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. They take the first set 6-3. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
So Chargers take the important first set of the game day, 6-3. Again, last time these two teams matched up, Douglas and Julian took the first set, and Iturbide and Ubia had a lot of work to get back in the match. They ultimately did win it, but a little bit of an easier path today, taking that first set.
Well, and Ubia's catching just absolutely spectacular here in the backcourt. Here's some replays from that first set. See, Julian, this is he's throwing low and inside, and Iturbide
is covering the inside.
You know, throughout the season, you know, Iturbide, he ducks in pretty quickly. And there's a couple guys here, Bragley, and they both play on this team. Both Bragley and Julian have a long reach on that right side. That shot there thrown perfectly by Douglas.
Yeah, that was really a good one. And then you see here later on, he goes for the 2-all, but...
What a catch by Iturbide.
Not out of the reach of Iturbide. The carom from the outside, perfectly thrown.
Clean miss.
This play was great. I mean, clean miss by Ubia. Rabote just lays it up inside.
And look at Ubia here. Clean miss, turns and saves the Rabote that he just missed. Great presence of mind to make that play.
Rabote here.
Douglas was thinking about going in, but I don't know that Julian called him off, but...
It's one of those catches. Julian's actually, I would say, he's really good at it, is making those blind catches like right over his head. It's probably a left side catch, but he goes for it on the right side, and that time he just couldn't line it up properly.
I have to say that with that Iturbide and Ubia just playing beautifully together.
Well, this team, best record for any doubles team on the Chargers this season, Iturbide and Ubia 7-2, so, you know, a chance to clinch a playoff spot today if Iturbide and Ubia go on to win this match and the Chargers go on to advance to the playoffs. I mean, this team might be a big reason why. Ubia's been, I mean, really phenomenal this season in Division III. I mean, this is a guy who's played Division IV in his career previously. Some thought maybe he can't even be a 3, but the way he's playing this year, Stu, he has been a solid pickup and good replacement for Benny.
Douglas serves, and the set begins. Here's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown to the inside. Rabote. Catch by Julian on the right side at the 13 line. Outside placement is perfectly executed to score. Well thrown. Douglas and Julian of the Warriors get the first point. Douglas has the serve.
Well, this is what Julian tried to shoot in the first set. A little more accuracy here. See how Iturbide is opened up to the side wall? I mean, he's got to open back around, dart outside, and then he needs to hope it doesn't catch the cage, but it's a perfect throw by Julian.
Low, hard backhand. Rabote dropping. Douglas makes the save. Ubia on the backhand. Douglas trying to get in there. He will make the Rabote. Big bounce. And a floater brought in by Ubia. Matrix-like move by Ubia there. I mean, I didn't know he could bend back that far. Beautiful catch by Ubia off the wall, backhand 2-all.
Oh, it's just in.
Lands in and scores.
That's quite the throw. Well, you see here now, same look that we saw, but just different teams. I mean, Warriors opened up to the side wall. What does he do? Kick it off the side wall. Perfect backhand 2-all, lands just inside the boundary.
1-1. Powerful forehand by Julian. Good catch by Ubia. Julian on the forehand. High and hard, and Iturbide's there. To the inside he goes. Julian on the right side. Outside placement. Lands in and scores. Well executed by Julian. They have 2 points for the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Just going to keep firing the outside placement. Defense has no answer for it, except when he's thrown it well off the court. See here again, Iturbide's backing up, moving inside. The Warriors are playing quick.
Powerful backhand is caught by Julian. Julian on the backhand. What a catch by Ubia in the corner. Rabote forehand by Douglas. Iturbide from the 9 line. Julian takes it on the left side. Big backhand. Rabote. Forehand by Iturbide with control. Douglas is there. Backhand from the 8. Julian now from the 10 line. Backhand to the inside. Robote. Forehand save by Iturbide. Douglas will let it pass. Julian makes the catch. Long carom, stopped by Iturbide. Iturbide powerfully and crossing. That will score. 2-2. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
You know, and really, I don't mind Julian shooting shots from the back because Douglas isn't doing a whole lot up there in the front. Douglas and Julian had a great comeback against Gaucheri and Ben. It was, I mean, say majority of what Julian was doing there in the back. His catching was phenomenal. He was throwing some shots as well. So, got to keep going to it. And Julian can sense what's going on up there in the front. If he sees a shot, go for it. Take it.
Robote by Ubia. Catch by Douglas. Douglas powerfully low and hard. Low runner is scooped up by Ubia. Powerful backhand follows to the corner. Out to the Robote. Douglas is there. Robote forehand by Douglas to pass. Caught in the air by Ubia. Ubia low and hard to the inside. And Julian will make the catch on the forehand. Powerful, powerful backhand by Ubia. Robote forehand. Douglas takes this one in the air at the 8 line. Hard backhand. Difficult Robote save by Iturbide. Robote's floating. Douglas makes the stop mid-court. Ball tipped on the forehand of Ubia. 3rd point for Douglas and Julian. Douglas has a serve.
Warriors getting bailed out by a missed catch by Ubia there. I mean,
there was
all over it.
Douglas wasn't going outside with that. That was just
more of a
kind
split
like
placement line. I mean, no chance for Iturbide. Ubia had it, he was on it, just flubbed it right off the frame.
Here's a backhand by Ubia. Caught by Julian. Julian goes deep. Robote, forehand by Douglas. Iturbide cuts it off the 9 line. Douglas makes the catch, winds up. Costavo inside with a kick. What a catch by Ubia.
That was crazy.
Here's Julian. Iturbide from the 7 line. Douglas moves in, could not hold on. 3-3. Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
It's a tough miss for one of the best catchers on the roster, over 98% here in Division II, but not all of them created equal. And that one, I mean, it's on the floor practically. I mean, he's trying to control it on the ground and talked about how difficult that is.
You want to move up to those balls, catch them above your waist. Once you start getting down around your knees, they start becoming much more difficult to stop.
And of all the balls, he hasn't gone for him.
Ball. Over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
I was just surprised that, that was the one he stepped in for.
You just need to move forward.
Yeah.
It's easy to say from the announcer's booth, but you do need to move up on the ball a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah. Could have just
keep it higher.
Or dropped in front of him.
Here's a catch by Julian. Right up the middle from Julian to the forehand of Ubia. Ubia powerfully from the right side. This one goes high, fortunately for Iturbide. There's the backhand. Ubia from the 11. Julian high to the front wall. Robote kicking out. Douglas makes the catch, winds up, Coasty inside. What a scoop again by Ubia. Here's Julian from the 11. Ball's on the wall. Julian makes the catch. Backhand with a lighter touch. Iturbide powerfully. Off the back wall, Robote comes to the 6 line, fired from the forehand of Douglas and stopped by Ubia. Ball is tipped in the front court. 4 points for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. Iturbide has the serve.
Well, Douglas had a couple good throws there right along the wall, kicking up in the corner, and Ubia's been there for almost every one of them.
Ubia's catching has just been absolutely spectacular on the left side.
And Douglas's reaction was telling on the last one. He was almost disgusted that Iturbide caught it. Like, how is he doing it again?
Yeah. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that throw. What are you doing catching?
Yeah, that's good for the Chargers here. Warriors got to stay in it late.
Big right side by Julian. Robote comes midcourt. Iturbe puts it inside. Big bounce.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Julian makes the save. Excellent save. Beautiful scoop by Douglas. The 2-all by Douglas is in. 4-4 is the score. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, goes for a split placement, and it's right to Douglas. He just has to concentrate. He makes the catch, and look at how wide this opens up. Man, what a throw. That was a break. I mean, the way that Julian has struggled with the catching, if Iturbe just blasted inside, I would have been better off.
Good hard serve by Douglas is caught by Ubia. There's a backhand by Julian, trying to pass. Cut off by Ubia at the 13. Douglas at the 8. Backhand, wall to wall. Robote kicks way out. Iturbe, powerful forehand Robote. Douglas on the Robote save. Big bounce, light touch. Douglas will make the save, just keep it in play. Iturbe makes the catch. The 2-all will score. Beautifully executed by Iturbe. 5-4. Iturbe and Ubia of the Chargers lead. It is possible set, possible match point for Iturbe and Ubia.
You see how much that ball opens up. Iturbe's got it on the outside. Generates a lot of spin with that Costado 2-all, and it just opens up so wide. Douglas is one of the fastest guys, and he wasn't particularly close to it.
Here's a catch by Julian. Iturbe takes it at the 8 line. Powerful backhand. Caught in the air by Julian. Robote forehand by Iturbe. Douglas is on it. Backhand from the 8. Wall to wall. Robote forehand again by Iturbe. Here's Julian from the 11 line. High and hard to the front wall. Robote again. Iturbe makes the save. Big bounce. Brought down by Julian. Karam by Julian. Caught the pad. Point and set, a straight set victory for Iturbe and Ubia, taking it in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4.
High energy match to start off the game day, going the way of the Chargers. Iturbe and Ubia push the team one step closer to clinching a playoff spot. And the Chargers clinch that spot with a win or tie. Win or game day tie for the Chargers will be enough. First point going their way. Up next, we'll see Alex and Manny against Zuleika and Arta, third division doubles.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Take a look at that game day score now. One win for the Chargers, courtesy of Iturbe and Ubia, finishing up their regular season at 8-2. They have made their way over to the DraftKings Players Cage. We're going to hear from that victorious Chargers team here. Iturbe and Ubia picking up their 8th win of the season. Congratulations, guys. High energy match to start things off and what can clinch your guys' spot in the playoffs. But you finish up this regular season at 8-2, the best record of any doubles team for the Chargers. How do you feeling about that overall record and season together?
Feel extremely good, to be honest. But despite that, I mean, today's day is very, very important. The homework here it's tough. It's like a finals exam, pretty much, for all of us, both teams. So yeah, despite feeling very, very well and having an easy job because I play with David and we get along together, still we gotta finish our homework.
Awesome, guys. Well, good luck the rest of the day. We'll see you later. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Go Chargers.
Division 3 doubles up next. We'll see Alex and Manny at another crack at Zuleika and Arta. Alex and Manny just 3-5 so far in the regular season. Zulaika and Arta 4-5. These two teams matched up back on January 31st, early in our Winter 25 season. It was Zulaika and Arta. Winners of that one, straight sets 6-2, 6-3. However, since that points to, really Alex and Manny have turned things up in the last month, last couple weeks or so, coming off of one of their 3 wins this year. Particularly Alex has looked great. He's been very aggressive. He's thrown a lot of shots. His catching has been great. See what they can do here in what is really a must-win match now for the Warriors. We are ready to begin match number 2. Alex and Manny serve to Zulaika and Arta. There's a serve. Match 2 has begun. With a nice backhand there by Arta. Rote left side. To the inside. Arta saves it. Alex attacking. Inside placement over Arta's head. Drops in to score. First point goes to Alex and Manny of the Warriors.
This is what we've been seeing from Alex both in practice. Has been more precision play. Again, makes an excellent catch, draws Arta in, believing it's going to be a drop shot. Arta's got to cover the drop shot. And then puts it over his head.
Hard serve, crossing the wall. Arta comes away with it. Backhand inside. Alex steps around it. Here's the forehand. Kicks high off the front wall. Arta brings it in. Leaping grab by Alex up at the 9 line. Plays it up the middle. Arta runs around it again. High hard backhand clears the overhead screen. It's right on the wall. Alex flicks it up blind overhead. Zulaika just going to try to pass. Manny steps back, keeps it on the left side. Arta now, another backhand. Crossing. Alex going to come out with it. He digs it out. Zulaika attacking. Drop shot from the costado. Caught the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. 2-0. Warriors lead. Here's Arta. Kicks it off the wall. Robote left side to the outside. Oh, what a throw by Alex. Filo Robote makes it 3-0 in favor of the Warriors.
That was beautifully executed by Alex. Again, high degree of precision on every one of these throws. He's right at the side wall. Wow. That's just beautiful.
The serve is an ace. Crossing the wall makes it 4-0.
I think it's safe to say that Alex, at this point anyway, is locked in, moving it around. What a catch.
Arta runs up to stop that one. Low runner inside. Look at Manny coming cross court. Takes it in the air. Costado hard to the inside. Manny backing up, makes the play. Forehand. Right to Zulaika's left side. Splitter. Manny takes off. He reads it perfectly. Carom by Manny. That will score. What a start here for the Warriors. 5 points and a possible set point.
So Manny and Alex playing wonderfully together. I mean, it was all Alex those first 3-4 points. Manny here making 2 extremely difficult catches. He gets Zulaika locked into the wall, throws the carom. Arta did a good job trying to cover it, but man, oh man.
Zulaika picks a serve, 2-wall. Alex got there, forehand to the inside, scores. Point and a perfect set. Alex and Manny take it 6-0. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set 2.
Wow. I mean, that pretty much well covers it. It's just wow.
Yeah, statement made and received. 6-0. Alex and Manny take the first set.
Alex locked in from the first serve, shot by shot. one thought out better than the next. We're going to see this serve coming up here. Zulaika knows at some point he's going to get in there. It's right there. He's going to take that serve, throws the 2-all that worked so well for him the other night. Look who's waiting for it. Alex maneuvering around that front court judge and just getting it low enough to set up a difficult catch there for Arta. And 6-0 in the first set. My. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our second of 6 scheduled matches on this game day between the Chargers and the Warriors.
Since that March 24th game day for the Warriors against the Cyclones, Alex has won 1 match here with Manny and 1 match played. He's won 3 in a row with Bradley, and he's won both of his singles matches. So hasn't been beaten in the last month or so, and he's playing like it. A confident player, really can't be denied right now, and seemingly everything that he's throwing is scoring.
I asked him before, if he felt any pressure. We were just passing each other on the court. I said, do you feel any pressure? And he did this mocking motion with his knees, like his knees were knocking, and he was nervous. Yeah. And then a big smile. And he said he loves the pressure. He said he loves the pressure. And everything we know about Alex tells me that's true. That tells us that's true. I mean, he plays with so much fire in the belly.
Yeah. And it's good to see him, the results start to show too, because, for new players coming into Battle Court, it takes a season, maybe even a few seasons to start to get those results that you expect coming in here. I mean, Alex was a great young player overseas when he came over. It was a struggle last year as a 1. This year he's down in Division 2, but since the midway point of the year, he has been you could argue the MVP of this team.
No question about it.
Since that March 24th game day, the Warriors have won 3 of their last 4 game days and have put themselves in this position to even have a shot to make the playoffs. I mean, they were down and out just a month ago. Here they are, set number 2, ready to begin. There's a serve by Zulaika. Manny gets there on the outside, forehand, crossing and scoring. First point, set 2 to the Warriors.
Manny did a great job of getting to that serve way to the outside and also getting it back right adjacent to Arta, crossing the side wall and scoring.
Zulaika knocked down the serve, 2-0. Warriors lead.
Confidence and momentum have so much to do with Jai-Alai. I mean, really at any level. And when it's going your way, you just really feel it. And then when it's going away from you, you start getting tenuous. You don't want to go for balls.
Oh, the ace there, crossing and scoring again. That's 3-0.
And it can get away from you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But there are certain players who have that energy. Zulaika can have that energy on a team. Alex is doing it here.
That's a low, hard serve, crossing again. That's 4 in a row. Alex and Manny lead in this second set.
See, the thing is, you expect a little bit of bounce.
No, these aren't bouncing at all.
Once it hits the box, you expect a little bounce, and the way Alex is throwing it.
That's an underserve, though, short of the 4 line. Second serve coming up.
And you are going to flirt with that. Of course, you don't want to give one away with a double fault. So this is one that Zulaika may look to try to snag, change the pace of play.
Low runner to the inside, cut off by Alex. He sends the backhand. Right back to Arta. Rebote left side, saved by Alex. Zulaika winds up the forehand, plays it back to Manny, back it up, he scooped it up. Low runner coming out, Zulaika reaching low, 2-all, opens, that'll score. No shutout here, Chargers on the board, their first point.
That 2-all is working so beautiful for Zulaika on Friday night. And sometimes it's a matter of you need to see a few land in. And again, that can absolutely change the pace of the match.
Alex picks it, sends it inside where it scores. The Cortada makes it 5-1. Possible set and a possible match point for Alex and Manny.
That is, unless Alex comes in and sucks all the oxygen out of the room.
Yep.
I mean, wow. That was a great serve by Zulaika. A great serve by Zulaika. And Alex just picked it and killed it.
Backhand to the inside here. Manny runs around it, saves Robote on the left side. Zulaika attacking, forehand, low and hard, scoop by Manny. Backhand by Arta, catch by Manny. Deep in the backcourt, he sends it back. Wall to wall, Robote forehand. Alex has to dig it out. Back inside, Arta advancing on it, steps up at the 10. Plays the backhand on the wall. Alex, nice save.
Tough one.
Zulaika inside placement. Oh, right to Manny. Manny floats it back into the corner. Arta running around it. Late call by Zulaika. He's the one to make the save. Manny now dancing around it. He saves it inside. What a grab by Alex. He comes flying in there, but right to Zulaika. High to the inside now. Scoop missed. Second point for Zulaika and Arta, but still a possible match point for the Warriors.
I mean, there's no way at any point. It would have been absolutely shocking had they beat them 6-0, 6-0. Zulaika doing a phenomenal job coming back, more than capable of bringing back the second set. It's just Alex is so on and playing so well with Manny.
And he waits for that serve to cross the wall, backhand to the inside, pulled in by Arta. Forehand Bote there. Right back to Arta, makes the catch. A runner now. Alex goes flying up, makes a play in the front court. Arta reaching in the corner, stops it on the left side, plays it back. Here's Manny. Oh, bullet that's on the wall. What a grab by Zulaika. Backhand again, cutting inside. Arta sends it high and deep. Past Manny. Alex waiting for the rebote. Turns it at Zulaika's feet. Arta makes the scoop. Forehand rebote, cut off by Zulaika. Backhand floated inside. Manny's there. Arta now from the 10. Puts it on the wall. Alex stays up there, waits for the rebote, turns it inside. Pass both Chargers. Arta has to save it. He does. Splitter. Cut off by Zulaika. 2-all by Zulaika is in. That's 3 points. Chargers serve.
Have to say I'm very impressed with Arta. Impressed with everyone on the court, really, but Arta has really hung in there. Arta, a player who, from time to time, has talked about how he can get shaken in a point. Hasn't in this one, in this match. Got back in there, making the catches really well there in the backcourt.
It's a hard serve. Manny handles it off the side wall. Big backhand follows. Bote now launched up into the corner. Alex, Bote turned inside. Arta backing up. He scoops it. Alex, nice play along the wall. Backhand 2-all, not enough. Zulaika, forehand inside. Oh, right to him. Alex, Cortada looking to end it. Zulaika scoops it up. Gonna stop there by Manny. Backhand. Played up the middle. Here's Arta now. Wall to wall. Robote forehand turned inside. Zulaika comes flying in, cuts it off. Manny now reads it, steps up to it. Forehand over the top. By Zulaika right on the numbers. Manny again drops it on the floor. Arta, great control up high on the left side. There's Alex now. Backhand. Clears the screen, takes the leg up to the 5 line. He powers it inside. Oh, Alex with the catch. High Costado. Arta steps up, makes the play. Manny ducks out of the way. Alex saves another rebote. Arta with the catch. There's a backhand. Little bullet in the corner. That shoots off the back wall. Alex turns it again. Left side rebote by Alex, looking for the bounce again. Arta with a tip ball. That'll do it. Point, set, and match. Alex and Manny take it in straight set, 6-0, 6-3. And just like that, quite the response for the Warriors. A decisive straight set win, 6-0, 6-3. This game day is all tied up. Reminder, the Chargers do clinch a playoff spot with a win or tie in the game day, so the Warriors will need to get to at least 4 wins. Coming up next, 6th Division, Correa and Bradley take on El Barba and Gallo. Game day score reflecting that win. Alex and Manny back-to-back wins. And now another team features Alex too that hasn't lost in over a month. The last loss for this team came on March 18th against, that was Goanaga and Urbieta of the Renegades. They've won 2 in a row. They have tied up the game day 1-1. Ongoing practice right now. It will be El Barba and Gallo against Correa and Bradley. As Alex and Manny make their way over to DraftKings Players Cage. They're ready to go after that win. Alex and Manny now 4-5. Congratulations, guys. Alex, the first 9 game days, you won just 6 matches, but your last 5 game days, 7 wins. What's been the biggest change for you over these last 4 days that's now seen the Warriors with a chance to make the playoffs?
I think that we improve in our communication. We understand how we want to play with each other, and I think that's the key.
Awesome, Alex. That was a great performance. Way to get it done, and we'll see you in your next match later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Correa and Bradley. In another chance at El Barba and Gallo here. Correa and Bradley 4-4 so far in the regular season. El Barba and Gallo 4-5. The first matchup, well, that was back on April 7th, so just a few weeks ago. El Barba and Gallo won it 6-5, 6-5 in straight sets. So we'll see if they can do it again, but this Warriors playing with a bit of desperation here, needing this win. Another toss-up match. See if they can come through. Correa and Bradley will have the serve to begin match 3.
We're ready to begin the next match. Correa and Bradley will have the serve for the Warriors.
El
Barba forgot his contact juice.
Yeah. Look, is one that wears contacts. If the eyes get dry, and he said it before it happens out there, it can be tough to see. Make sure to get that squared away before the match, and we'll continue.
They don't try to outdo the match, do they?
Well, that's what I heard last time. So this may be a long one, Stu. So get the timer ready.
Correa serves, we begin. Gallo on the catch and the backhand. Bradley down low, fine catch in the corner. El Barba from the 7 line, backhand. Correa comes in, backhand from the 9 line. Gallo low and hard. Bradley's got it on the right side. Gallo on the backhand to the inside. Correa will take it in the air at the 8. Correa from the 8 line. Gallo floats one up. Correa's there. Backhand. Gallo on the catch. Low and hard from Gallo. Caught again by Bradley down low. Hard forehand. Correa on the backhand from the 8 line. Gallo has it on the forehand. Correa again. Here's the backhand. Gallo will take that on the bounce. Bradley from the 12 line. Big right side to the inside. Passing. Gallo takes the rebote, puts it inside. Correa on the run. Split placement, scores. First point of our third match goes to Correa and Bragley of the Warriors.
Correa mixing in the costado. Not often you see that. More on a split placement line. Gallo had a plate on it to his right. Again, it's all about timing. Just caught it off the frame. Well played first point, though. Lengthy rally in this 6th division. Always fun.
Excellent catch by Gallo. Here's the backhand. Bragley will take it on the right side at the 12 line. Powerful forehand to the inside. Rebote for the big bounce by Gallo. Bragley's got it way overhead. Correa takes us on the bounce. At the 70, passes. Rebote, left side. Bragley powerfully from the forehand. El Barba jumps in there, makes a great catch. Here's Bragley at the 11. Gallo's nice catch on the left side. Difficult play. Bragley's there. Gallo again. Backhand from the 12. Correa will take it in the air at the 9 line. Gallo advances. Low runner. Will score. We're tied up 1-1. El Barba has a serve for the Chargers.
And that ball took the second bounce. I think just where Bradley was standing, maybe up a line further, so Correa had to get in there. Look at how low this is. It kind of skips on him, and yep, second bounce by about the 12 line. The one thing we know is Correa likes to play deep, and Bradley likes to hang deep in the backcourt. So the front part of this court should be open for the Chargers. We'll see how they choose to attack.
There's the backhand. Rebote for El Barba. Got on the forehand and just threads the needle to score. 2 points for El Barba and Gallo of the Chargers. El Barba's got the serve.
Now look at where the Warriors are positioned when El Barba plays this rebote. I mean, Correa's on the outside of him. Got to give space to play the rebote.
Just get it above the pad and you got all that area.
Look at where he is. He's back beyond the 11 line. So soft touch just above the pad and scores pretty easily. I mean, soft cortadas, just anything to the front part of the court.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Good catch by Bragley off the second serve by El Barba. Backhand clears. Rebote 2-all. Scooped up by Correa. Correa goes high to the corner. Well thrown.
And clears.
Here's Bragley from the 11. Hard throw to the inside. It will score crossing the side wall. We're tied up 2-2. Correa serves for the Warriors.
Bradley couldn't have placed that ball any better. Back on the side wall at the 12 line, right where Gallo was standing. Make that catch as difficult as possible for the opponents. Put it close to the side wall.
Excellent catch by Gallo off a good serve by Correa. Correa from the 10 line. Split placement, stopped by El Barba. El Barba's 2-all landed on the pad. Third point for Correa and Bragley. Correa has a serve.
All he needed to do was just catch a piece of the front wall, and the point was his. Instead, they give it back to the Warriors. And they now lead 3-2.
Gallo doing his best to try to talk to El Barba, get him to focus. That can be a tough task. Here's a catch by Gallo. Backhand, low runner. Bragley advances to make the catch. Powerful backhand follows. What a catch by Gallo. In the corner, Bragley makes a phenomenal catch. Caught on the return by Gallo. Low runner. This one taken on the left side of Correa. Correa floats it up. Caught by Gallo. That ball hit the pad, and the pad is bad. 4th point for Correa and Bragley. Correa has a serve.
I don't mind the strategy. It just needs a slightly better execution. I mean, just about an inch away from it being a perfect throw, and instead gives another one to the Warriors.
Here's the backhand to the inside. Catch by Bragley. Powerful throw. It passes. Gallo on the rebote. Correa with a missed ball right there at the side wall of the floater. 3 points for El Barba and Gallo. El Barba serves.
Those floaters have given Correa trouble this year. Usually when it's close to the side wall and he has to get in there with the left, which is not his preferred side, but that one,
sometimes folks ask which are the most difficult balls to catch, the really fast ones coming at your feet and the really slow ones floating through the air.
Yeah.
And if you put the side wall anywhere in that, either of those equations, it's, yeah. Bragley sets up, makes a fine catch. Here's Gallo. Backhand. Bragley from the 11 line. Backhand to the inside. On the wall, caught by Gallo. Bragley on the forehand. Big right side. Passing. Gallo makes a save. He'll take this on the right side. Powerful throw. Passes again. Gallo. Rebote save. It's a 2-all. Correa stops it on the forehand. Hard throw, about mid-level, it scores. 5 points for Correa and Bragley of the Warriors. Possible set point.
Well, Gallo makes the save. It opens up like a 2-wall, and then you don't want to give it to Correa here on the outside. It kicks off the wall and right into his spine.
Point and set for Correa and Bragley. They win the first set 6-3. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out. We will play our next set. So, Correa and Bragley, the communication between the two of them pretty much well spot on. Bragley's catching continues to be excellent, coming out of that corner really consistently.
And 5 of the last 6 points going the way of the Warriors there, too. So, great play towards the end of the set. So they found themselves down early. Take a look at this serve. That was the last one.
Really powerful serve crossing the wall.
Comes up and in on Gallo. Right off the frame.
Yeah, he had gotten hit with the ball just...
A previous throw, right, wasn't it?
Yeah, just prior to that. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. See all the Warriors there together. Bragley.
He's got a good tie on, doesn't he? He's not coming out of that.
No, and that intense concentration that we're used to seeing from him in between points.
Bradley, he plays with Alex, and that team in particular is stepped up in the second half of the year. They've won 4 in a row, so Bradley's play is on the uptick as well. Singles, won his last singles match of the year. For Bradley, a little unfortunate, he played most of them early because he's been really spot on the last month or so of this season. He's been playing some of the best highlight of his career.
No question about it. Was asked not that long ago about who I believed was the most improved player that I've been watching. Of course, we watched about 36 players.
Yeah.
And for me, Bragley has made some advances because his style of play is so difficult in highlight, how low he gets back here in the corner, and he winds up catching these balls, what's called in traditional parlor, bote corredo, when you're crouching in the corner. I've never seen that before, and it works for him. It didn't used to work for me. He used to get tips, and especially on the left side, too. Some tip balls.
Well, the left side improvement has been extraordinary.
It's huge.
Yeah.
We're ready to begin our second set. Barber will have the serve for Chargers. Oh, Barber getting that cesta tied on. Beginning of the season. One of the players' wives made cintas. That's that tie there in the colors of each of the Battle Court teams. Not everyone uses them.
You'll see the Chargers sport him, though. It's a nice,
Absolutely. It's a pretty
good contrast there. With
nice shade of purple. Barber serves. Second set has begun. Bragley from the 10 line, hard to the inside. Rebote by Gallo. Bragley overhead on the right side. Back to the inside. Catch is missed. First point of the second set goes to Correa and Bragley. Of the Warriors, Correa serves.
It's another one. All the right things, crossing the wall, low and hard. Now can't bring it in. Just struggled today.
Big backhand by Gallo. Tipped deep in the backcourt. 1-1. El Barba serves for the Chargers.
It's all about how you respond to the mistake. So we'll see what Bradley does here, because I believe that's his first miss in quite a while since the opening few points.
Good hard serve by El Barba, crossing the wall. Hard throw on the return. Rebote to the outside. Is out.
Yeah.
Correa and Bragley pick up the point. Correa has the serve. That ball, of course, touched the floor. Correa looked like he may have gone for a scoop, but as soon as that ball touches the floor, it's out.
That's out.
Backhand. Here's Bragley. That backhand gets away from Bragley, hits the overhead screen. 2-2, El Barba serves.
Yeah, he knew it right away, taking accountability for it, and that's been another area of improvement, too. I mean, Bradley, as a lot of the lower-ranked backorders do, struggle with that overhead screen. You know, make the difficult catch, and then you swing and send it way up high. He's averaging just about a miss, less than a miss per game, or unforced error. So Bradley's really picked that up, too, throughout this Winter 25 season.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Ball tipped off the serve. Excellent serve by El Barba. Will score. That's a third point for the Chargers.
In a surprising miss, too. I mean, that is well off the side wall. Not moving particularly fast. And misses are starting to stack up here. Warriors got to get it back. Can't let this match get away from them. Chargers now lead 3-2.
Good catch by Bragley at the 10 line. Hard throw to the inside. Scoop by Gallo. Bragley comfortably at the 11 line. Big right side follows. Excellent catch by Gallo. Gallo goes wall to wall. Forehand rebote for Correa. Will score off the cesta of El Barba. 3-3. Correa serves for the Warriors.
Maybe thinking about the catch, maybe thinking about the throw, but what he didn't do was look the ball into the basket. That is the most important thing. Just falls out late.
Difficult catch by Bragley against the back wall. El Barba, that is in and out of the cesta coming off the side wall. Tough play. Fourth point for Correa and Bragley. Correa has the serve.
I'd advise, you know, it's just coming up on him so quick. You don't have to make a play as a front quarter, especially when the ball is going to take a big bounce off the floor. Let Gal get in there or just wait for the rebote to come back out. That was a tough catch.
Good hard serve by Correa. Bragley from the 13 line back to the inside. Gallo's on it. Great catch. Hard backhand. Catch by Bragley. Scoop by Gallo. He comes over the top. Bragley is there again. Right up the middle. Catch by Gallo. Bragley on the left side. Fine catch. Big backhand. Caught by Gallo. Scoop by Gallo. Backhand. Clean miss in the front court. Good catch in the back. El Barba drop
Oh,
shot.
that's perfect.
That scores. 4-4 is the score. El Barba has a serve for the Chargers.
What a perfect drop shot this was. Correa reaching, clean miss. Bradley, you talked about that crouching catch back in the corner.
No one does it like
Look at El Barba here.
Bradley.
He gets the 2-1 open up wide. Correa respects it, leaves the inside wide open. I mean, that ball was just about an inch above the pad, maybe. I mean, one of the more perfect drop shots you're going to see from that deep in the backcourt.
Excellent catch by Bradley off a good serve by El Barba. Along the wall the whole way. Great catch by Gallo. Rebote. Rebote forehand save by Correa. Correa in the air. Backhand. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. That's a 5th point for El Barba and Gallo. Possible set point for the Chargers.
But look at the previous catch for Correa. It's a tough one. Caught it right on the tip, so can't imagine he had full control when he swung that backhand. Catches a piece of the overhead screen, and now the Chargers with a chance to push this to a 3rd set.
Bradley from the forehand. Big right side to the inside. Gallo's looking for the rebote. Bradley calls for the catch. Hard throw. Scoop by Gallo. Correa running catch. He makes it on the left side. Here's Gallo from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. Big bounce. El Barba reaches up, makes the catch. Hard throw. Caught by Correa on the return. Here's Gallo. Carom by Gallo. Stopped by Correa. Is out. Out. There has been a challenge.
And so we will take a look here. That call has been challenged by the Chargers. And this is one of the cases in which the player actually made a play on the ball where the call was out. So this would be a case if it was ruled in. Correa was there to make the catch, so we would replay the point. This is the only case in which that would happen.
Right.
Because the official blew the whistle, so point ends, but Correa was there. He made the play. So let's see here. If it lands out, the call will be out. But if it lands in, it will be a replay of the point.
It touches any part of this line
land
once again.
Fully inside the boundary line here. Yeah, I can't imagine that. It looks like it actually, if it touches any part of the line, it's maybe closer
like
to the
outside of the line.
Yeah.
Look more. It clearly looks out.
Who said we
me.
couldn't agree, Stu? How about that?
We do occasionally agree. That clearly looks out.
Yeah. Again, we will wait for the chief judge here. Players out there right now waiting on the call, as are we. He's making his way back over. And the call has been confirmed. It is out. So the Chargers...
Call's confirmed. 5-5. Yeah. Correa has the serve for the Warriors.
Again, you think about now the Chargers have lost their challenge for the rest of the game day in a call that didn't lose them the set, and a call that didn't really mean a whole lot. Now they've lost a challenge for the rest of the day. I will say I'm never overly critical about deciding on challenges, but that one I can't imagine why you would do it. There were a couple people that were saying they thought it was out. Chargers still went for it. And it was a replay of the point too, Stu. That's what I'm saying. It's not like you get a point one way or another, so you still have to work for it. I would have just let it go, but we'll see.
Powerful serve by Correa. Rebote forehand, low and inside. El Barba gets there. Powerful backhand. Rebote forehand, light touch. El Barba's there. Bradley gets there, makes the catch, fires this hard to pass. Rebote save. Correa from the forehand. Big right side. Caught by Gallo.
Catch.
Beautiful catch. Bragli up high. Forehand to the inside. Gallo alone for the rebote. He makes the save. Bragli from the 10 line. Powerful throw. Rebote save. Just above the pad. It will score. El Barba and Gallo get the 6th point and win the 2nd set. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play a 3rd and decisive set.
A great rebote here by Gallo, and a little slinger ends up as a split placement and just gets a second bounce before Bradley can make the play. And we're going to a 3rd set, Stu.
My, oh my. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. You see El Barba there on the bench, getting some feedback from Zulaika. Gallo's catching really turned around, as did the rebotes. Correa staying out on the court. El Barba apparently working something out.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Imagine if he was on the Renegades. Man, Ben's work would be about quadruple what it is.
Well, only if you include the spa treatment. But
Well, after you win a set, you know, that's what you get. And that's what happened for El Barba and Gallo there. 6-5. They keep this match going.
got about a minute to go before we begin the 3rd and decisive set. You got Alex with Alex Intensity going out and talking to Correa. Correa sometimes... Well, that's helpful.
I think Gallo is trying to be actually helpful. He
Yeah,
was asking him.
He just told him to get his ass up and get in there.
But he said, "What side do you?" He was going to try to massage him, but he said, yeah.
With 30 seconds to go, this is...
I mean, this is, look, the Warriors need to win tonight's game day to stay alive. The Warriors clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight and a tie or better versus the Devils in their final game day. A little bit simpler for the Chargers. They clinch the playoff spot with a win or tie in today's game day because this is their final one of the regular season. You figure, I mean, this is one of the matches that the Warriors really need to win. You got Julian coming up next against Arta in singles. I mean, Arta's tough with his shot making. Then Alex and Bradley against Iturbide and Gallo is close. And then Douglas and Zulaika in the final match. I mean, all these are pretty close and great matches to finish up the game day.
Absolutely. We are ready to begin our 3rd and final set. First team to reach 6 points will win this match. Correa has the serve for the Warriors. Correa serves, set begins. Excellent catch by Gallo. Big backhand. Rebote forehand to the inside. Gallo with a tip ball. First point of the 3rd set goes to Correa and Bragli of the Warriors. Correa's got the serve.
Surprising miss to start off the set, given how well Gallo caught that
In
last
that second
point.
set.
And the last point in particular, there were a couple that crossed the wall coming to him. He stopped every one of them.
Powerful serve by Correa. Caught and returned by Gallo. Here's Bragli. Powerful throw. Caught on the bounce. Correa on the forehand from the 9 line. Big right side to pass. That ball is tipped mid-court. 1-1. El Barba has the serve. Correa trying to catch that ball behind him.
Well, it's just a blind catch, you know. It's.
And if Bragli's moving out there too, needs to call him off.
Well, I would say Bradley's been the more consistent of the two today. So if there's a ball in question, you know, Bradley, the higher ranked player and the more consistent one, he should be going for it. Again, got to call him off too if you're there.
Correa will pick this serve. Powerful backhand. Pass it. Gallo, but that falls short. That's a 2nd point for Correa and Bragli of the Warriors. Correa's got the serve.
I heard El Barba call for it, but Gallo figured that ball was going to make it out to him, so He played the rebote and didn't get enough power. He was falling back on it.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good and scores 3 points for Correa and Bragley of the Warriors. Correa has the serve.
Another surprising miss. I mean, didn't even cross the wall. Nothing. Just right to him and off the frame.
Gallo on the backhand, powerfully. That ball tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for the Chargers. El Barba and Gallo. El Barba has the serve.
Just a perfect throw right there. Got it to kick up right at Bradley's feet. I mean, he likes to plant back there. I mean, back at around the 12 line. Put it
Gallo's
right in
got
front
power.
of him.
I mean, Gallo has power, no question about it.
Heard Zuleika say it over in the cage, but he said that's perfect. Just more of that. You can find that spot. Can get back in this match.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Excellent catch by Bragley. Big backhand, stays to the inside and scores. 4 points for Correa and Bragley of the Warriors. Correa serves. That one came up fast on.
Look, I mean, just
Gallo,
three of the
fast.
4 have just been missed catches. Hit by Gallo in the backcourt.
Excellent serve by Correa as
That's
an
a
ace.
perfect serve. That's a perfect one.
5 points for Correa and Bragley. This is possible match point.
Okay, got that one to cross right where Gallo was standing on the side wall. Perfect serve.
Excellent catch by Gallo. Rebote forehand save. Gallo stops the floater. Backhand. Caught by Bragley. Bragley on the backhand. Powerfully up the middle. Caught by Gallo midcourt. Correa on the run. Good catch on the backhand. Light touch. Just keeping it in play. Here's Gallo. Gallo to the outside. Bragley comes up with the catch. What an effort to try to make that throw. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous effort by Bragley to keep that going. That is a 3rd point for the Chargers. El Barba has the serve.
Look at the athleticism here. I mean, the reach, the stop. Look how he stops his feet, too. He kind of slides, flicks it up over his head.
What an effort.
It's going to get to about the 2 line, and that's admirable.
Just what an effort by Bragley. That.
Most guys wouldn't even go for it to continue that play with a throw.
Here's the catch by Bragley. Powerful throw, takes off. Rebote coming out. El Barba on the rebote with a light touch. Craig gets in there, makes the catch. Hard throw on the forehand of Gallo. Excellent catch by Bragley back at the 12 line. Hard throw. Rebote dropping. Catch by Correa on the forehand. He maneuvers around and caked out on the right side. Rebote for El Barba. Correa comes in. Fakes it outside. What a catch by Gallo. Big right side by Bragley. Gallo rather looks for the rebote.
It's a big bounce.
Excellent catch by Bragley. Hard throw. Rebote again for Gallo. On the wall, and Bragley stops it with the forehand. Ball tipped. That is point set in a hard-fought match for Correa and Bragley of the Warriors, winning at 6-3 in the 3rd set.
And a big win. The Warriors take a 2-1 game day lead now into match number 4. Got tight there late, but the 3rd set goes their way. Warriors now lead. Jewel and Anarta coming up next in singles in just 2 minutes.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Take a look at that game day score, reflecting that win by Correa and Bradley. Now 5-4. That team will be playing the final regular season game day for the Warriors. So might be coming up in another critical spot. Correa and Bradley made their way over to the DraftKings Players Cage after that doubles win. Here they are. Congratulations, guys, on a day where you guys either win or don't make the playoffs. How important is momentum on a day like today after seeing your team win and then you guys step out there with a chance to do the same?
Oh, it's crazy important. I was telling Correa that we got to keep that momentum going because we got to get 4 to make the win today. So, yeah, we just need 2 more. And, yeah, we're going to keep fighting like hell.
Awesome, guys. Great performance there. You guys lead the game day. Good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it.
Go Warriors.
So Julian with a chance. Keep the train moving for the Warriors side against Arta. Julian, a little bit of a struggle this year in singles, just 2-2. Arta, same record also, 2 wins and 2 losses. Julian has had one of, if not the best record in Division 4 singles the last 4 seasons now. But Arta has beaten him one time before. Arta's, again, he's tricky. He's got a lot of shots. He can throw them from just about anywhere on the court. And
Especially if he gets into a rhythm.
Right, if Julian's not careful, this is a match that could get away from him quickly. So Julian will serve here. Arta ready to receive. This is match 4. There's a serve by Julian. We begin our 4th match. With a backhand inside, Julian makes the catch. Sends it low and hard along the wall. It's missed. Julian steps out ahead in our 4th match.
Arta, very much one of our players who needs to see the ball go into the cesta a few times, develop confidence in any given match.
Here's a catch by Arta from the 11 line, backhand. Julian keeps it on the forehand. Drops it over the top. Look at Arta running under it. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown into the Chula to score. That ties it 1-1.
A crack in between the back wall and the floor. Sometimes it hits the very bottom of the back wall. Sometimes it hits the crack itself, but one way or the other, it does not come out, and it's called a Chula.
Backhand inside, Arta makes the catch. Sends it deep. Here's Rabote. Forehand, laid up by Julian. All missed by Arta, backing up, could not scoop it. Julian, his 2nd point, and the serve.
Ball came up fast on Arta. Making scoops pretty well, especially when he was playing with Zulaika before. Actually caught most of them in the air. That one, just not able to get it into the cesta.
Arta handles that serve. Back inside. Here's Julian. Arta crosses the wall. Julian backing up. Makes the stop on the right side. Forehand comes in low. Scoop. Missed. On the right side of Arta, that's a 3-1 lead for Julian of the Warriors.
Arta was advancing on that ball when it dropped. Trying to catch it on his forehand. All of a sudden, he was reaching down by his feet to try to make the catch.
Julian gonna let that one pass. Rabote forehand laid up. Scoop again. That's right on the wall. Just missed by Arta. Julian leads 4-1.
It may not look like much, but Julian did an excellent job with that. That was not an easy rebote to throw. He got in position, threw it back without much power, crossing the side wall low. Very well done.
Arta from the 9 line, backhand, wall to wall, onto the Chula. That's saved by Julian. Arta with the stop. Backhand, not past Julian. He goes up, makes a great catch. This one passing easily. Arta takes off. Drop shot off the rebote. Julian, oh, he read it. He's going to get up there in plenty of time. Inside placement. Scores. 5 points in a possible set point for Julian.
Arta had an idea of how he wanted to get this point. Again, drop shot, but as they say, some people say, not droppy enough. That ball's still well above Julian's waist at the 5 line. And
I'm still looking for that guy too, Stu. One right in the corner, Julian, tough rebote, plays it high off the front wall. Arta with the reach. Forehand, just sends it to pass, right in the corner. Julian left side to Bote, big bounce. Arta settles at the 9, makes the catch, 2-all. Oh, thrown to score. That's well done. Second point for Arta.
Arta does have a habit of making several of these in a row. We'll see if that's the case here or if Julian's able to shut the set out. I mean, we've seen Arta snap, what? Came back from, he only had 1 point, snap 4 in a row.
Yeah. Oh, he can do it. Julian on the hop, takes in the serve. Forehand inside, scoop by Arta. Plays it inside, Julian. Was off his footing there, couldn't make the scoop. That's 3 points now for Arta.
Julian has to maintain his game, can't get overly aggressive. He was really moving up after he threw this ball.
Yeah, it looks like he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was stumbling. Yeah, right there. He just never regained his footing.
Yeah, basically telegraph where Arta should throw the ball.
Julian keeps this one low to the inside, scooped up by Arta. High backhand into the corner, past Julian, but he saves the rebote. Arta with the stop at the 9 line, blasts another backhand. Julian looking for the rebote. They save. Arta advancing on it. He's got it at the 7 line, 2-wall, 2 score. That's 4 points. Still going here. Arta serves.
As we were saying, the composed, calm Arta is more than capable of making this comeback. What a catch.
Backhand to the inside by Arta. Rebote forehand. Julian makes the catch. Karam. Oh my, he threw it out. It is 5-5. This is set point.
That was a technical error on the part of Julian. He's been throwing these sidearm carams, and when you're out there, you don't throw it sidearm. You throw that 3/4 or over the top. Get it to open. Or get it to open less, rather.
Julian waits for it. Forehand up the middle. Arta on the rebote. It's a 2-wall. That's too low. Julian escapes with a 6-5 set victory. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set 2.
That got close. Good comeback by Arta. Not enough, though, to take the set. You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Warriors and the Chargers. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Arta there seated on the bench. Zulaika basically trying to corral him. Gallo seated right next to him. Arta, both by his own admission, has the ability to let a game go and also regroup pretty quickly. We'll see what happens in this second set, which is going to begin in just about a minute. If you are new to Battle Court, whether it's singles or doubles, the first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. First set won 6-5 by Julian of the Warriors. Second set coming up now. Julian's already out onto the court. Arch is making his way out. They still have about 40 seconds left on that clock. Solid play by both Arta and Julian as the clock ticks down. Judges will be out in just a moment.
Yeah, both players out there eager to get this second set started.
But 2 minutes or 2 minutes?
No. Still about 10 seconds left. But that's a danger playing Arta. I mean, you saw it live. Gets a couple 2 walls in, gets comfortable, and next thing you know, it's 5-5, and he has a chance to steal the set away. Missed execution on the last one gave Julian the 6-5 win. Arta moving quick. He's ready to serve. And we begin set 2. With a nice grab by Julian there along the wall. Backhand pass. Here's Robote. Julian runs under it on the outside, keeps it low and hard. That scores. First point of set 2 goes to Julian.
Julian demonstrating the value of catching the ball in the air. Some guys are a little bit more comfortable taking it on the bounce, but any surface that ball touches, the spin changes ever so slightly. Julian's going to catch every one that he can in the air.
Serve stays low. It's on the wall. Arta picks it up. Past Julian. He's scrambling, but he does save the rebote. It's a 2-wall. Arta's got it on the outside. Karam is in the pad, and the pad is bad. 2-0 lead for Julian.
You saw just after, if you're watching the cesta carefully, depending upon where you're watching, of course, you'll see that Arta makes the catch, and then it's catch and then control. It all has to happen in one fluid motion. He gets the ball right on the tip of his cesta, which is generally the sweet spot, right where you want it, to have a good amount of control on the throw. There's a little too much on the tip there.
An ace makes it 3-0 in favor of Julian.
Julian maintaining his composure, putting points up on the board one after the other. And the first set did the same thing. Arta came back. It was 5-5. We'll see what happens in this second set.
Oh, hard serve again. Arta collects it, sends it back on the inside. Julian up the wall, comes down with the ball. Nice grab. Here's the rebote. Left side to the inside. Tough one. Julian.
Good scoop.
Great catch. This one into the corner. Rebote left side. Big bounce inside. Julian gets it again. Take the outside placement, put it inside. Here's Arta. Julian up at the 8. Sends it back. It's dropping. Arta plays the rebote, but sends it high. That's in the overhead screen and out of play. 4 points. Julian leads 4-0.
Yeah, that ball came back at Arta real quick on the rebote.
Backhand to the inside. Julian on a knee, saves the rebote. Arta picks it up. Just going to try to pass. Backhand inside. Out of reach of Julian, but he does have the rebote. He lays it up. And save again. Slapped it up. Past Arta, though. This one dropping. Oh, he hooks it up the middle. Julian attacking up at the 7 line to the inside. One-handed scoop by Arta. Julian now scrambling back for the rebote. Makes a save. High scoop. Arta to the inside.
Beautiful.
What a point there. That'll get Arta on the board. No shutout here in set 2. Arta serves.
Not sure which was better. The catch by Arta here, which is very difficult. Catching it when it's bouncing up that high, shoulder level, and then selling the 2-wall, putting it back inside along the wall. Both were beautifully done by Arta there.
Arta, 2-wall. Thrown to score. 2 in a row. Arta cuts the deficit in half.
This looks vaguely familiar.
It really does. Again, a little late there, but the 2-wall, perfect.
Julian had several points on the board in the first set when Arta went to the 2-wall.
Ooh, that stayed inside. Good concentration by Julian. Stays with the catch. Plays it to pass. Arta lays up the rebote. Julian moving up on it. Forehand. It's a carom. It's in, and
Well
it
done.
scores. 5 points, possible set, and a possible match point for Julian.
Once again, you see Julian throwing this carom sidearm. Very much sidearm. And there's a big difference between throwing it there and where he threw it from the outside last time.
Arta with the catch. Backhand, kick it up and out. Julian stays with the rebote, plays it outside. Arta advancing, stops it in the air. Oh, looking for the 3-wall. Hits the back wall. That'll score. Well done. That opened up wide. That's 3 for Arta. Extends the match. Julian still with a possible match point.
Yeah, great throw by Arta. Julian got out there. Thought that Julian might be going for this in the air for a moment. And then once it passed him.
Forehand, low and hard. What a scoop there by Arta, backing up. Julian again saves the rebote. It's inside. Arta makes the catch. 2-all. Oh, not enough. Julian looking to end it. The carom will do it. Point set and match. Julian takes it in straight sets. The final set, 6-3. And the third win for the Warriors on tonight's game day.
With a very interesting one coming up.
Yeah, and up next, 4th Division doubles. Alex and Bradley take on Iturbide and Gal. Take a look at this final sequence. Now look at where this 2-all opens up. Not even outside the boundary. Julian again with the carom. Kicks it off the side wall and out of reach of Arta. Game day, 3-1 lead in favor of the Warriors. Take a look at that game day score, reflecting that win by Julian, finishing up his singles season with a 3-2 record. Yeah, when Julian started off Division IV, not the same as what it is here in the Winter 25 Battle Court season. It is a tough group now, some veteran players. Julian still holding his own as one of the top players, if not the top player in that division. Comes through in the clutch for his team, not easy, and then got all the way to 5-5 in the first set. That easily could have gotten away from Julian, but he got a critical 11th point and then closed it out in set 2. We're going to hear from him in just a few moments. Julian of the Warriors giving his team at least a tie of the game day. There he is. Julian, congratulations on that win. Got tight late in the first set. How difficult it is against a shot maker like Arta when he can just score from about anywhere on the court.
To be honest, it's not been my best season in singles because I'm not playing happy and the season is been long for me. But as you said, Arta has good kill shots and it's difficult to play against him.
Well, Julian, team still has a chance to make the playoffs. A big win there. We'll see what happens in these last few. Thank you.
Thank you.
4th Division doubles up next with the hot Alex and Bradley taking on Iturbide and Gallo. So Alex and Bradley 5-4 in the regular season, as are Iturbide and Gallo. These two matched up back on April 7th. Alex and Bradley won that matchup in 3 sets, 4-6, 6-3, 6-5. So this match came down to the final point of a third set last time they played. See if it happens again. Again, with one win in these final 2 matches, the Warriors will win the game day. If the Chargers come back and win these final 2, the Chargers will clinch their playoff spot. A lot on the line. We're ready to go.
Here's the serve by Alex. We begin. Good catch and return by Gallo. Bragley deep in the backcourt. Forehand play. Caught by Iturbide. Bragley now from the 12 line. Backhand to the inside. Gallo's there. Alex comes back to the 9. Forehand. Low and hard. Crossing the wall. Gallo on the catch. Robote left side by Alex. Big bounce. Brought down by Gallo. Here's the backhand. Stays to the inside. Robote forehand. To pass. Almost by Alex. Here's the forehand return by Iturbide. Big right side by Bragley. Alex will take that on the bounce. Split placement. Will score. First point of the first set goes to Alex and Bragley of the Warriors. Alex has the serve.
Yeah, Gallo's got to watch out for the splitters, the drop shots, and the cortadas. I mean, they're going to try to attack him in the backcourt in this matchup and really try to keep Iturbide out of it if the Warriors can do just that. Alex was so aggressive in the first match, and looks like he picked up right where he left off.
Iturbide picks the serve and kills it with the costado 2-all to score.
This is going to be a shot-making battle. Early signs here. Look at Iturbide steps in front of the serve. Sees Alex commit to the inside. Kicks it off the sidewall. Scores.
Iturbide serves. Here's Bragley on the forehand. Robote left side, high and inside. Alex for the Robote. Iturbide has it, winds up. Placement to the inside, a will score. 2 points for Iturbide and Gallo of the Chargers. Iturbide serves. I'll tell you, there weren't many spots to put it. And Iturbide found it. Look at this.
Yeah, again, good to see both of these backcourters hang deep. So the inside, again, really for both sides, should be open all game.
Alex will pick this serve. Costi to the inside, will score. 2-2. Alex serves for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's a fun match. I mean, not wasting any time here. You got the 2 higher-ranked veteran players up in the front, and you have the 2 lower-ranked backcourters behind them. It's just going to come down to who makes a couple more of those catches in the back, Bragley or Gallo.
Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's Gallo from the forehand. Robote left side. This one caught by Iturbide. 2-all by Iturbide. Stopped by Alex. Alex on the carambola return to score. 3 points for Alex and Bragley. Alex has a serve.
He's ready for this one. Iturbide gets to open up so wide that you have to commit early, or you got to be quick. Alex
is quick.
Is both. Hard throw. He got the second bounce well before Gallo could get to it.
There's the backhand by Gallo. Robote, forehand by Alex. Iturbide, Robote from the left side. Alex will take that in the air. 2-all. Opens wide and scores. Perfectly executed by Alex to score. 4 points for Alex and Bragley of the Warriors. Alex serves.
And a good sign for Alex, too. I mean, more known for the right side over the left, and here's a costado 2-all that is picture perfect. One of the best he's thrown in his battle court career. Out of reach of Iturbide, and a 4-2 lead for the Warriors.
Excellent catch by Gallo. Robote. Forehand is saved before the second bounce by Alex. Iturbide winds up, fires it inside. Here's the scoop, and the backhand by Bragley. Catch by Gallo at the back wall. Alex will make the save. Iturbe from midcourt, backhand. Bragley from the 10 line. Catch on the forehand of Gallo. Rebote left side. Little clip. Caught by Iturbe.
Oh, it caught the
Alex
side
got to the
wall.
outside. Karam will score. That's a 5th point, possible set point for Alex and Bragley of the Warriors.
If it stays inside, it probably scores, but it clips the sidewall first. And Alex gets to that in plenty of time, makes the catch above his waist, and the Karam got him going the other way.
Fault underserve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's a backhand by Gallo. Low and hard. Caught deep in the backcourt by Bragley. Gallo on the backhand. What a catch by Alex. Up the wall. Big backhand. Caught by Iturbe. Bragley from the 11 line to the inside. Gallo's there. Bragley, beautiful catch. Hard throw. Iturbe midcourt. Backhand. Bragley again on the backhand. Well played. And Gallo's there. That hit the overhead screen. Point and set for Alex and Bragley of the Warriors, winning the first set 6-2. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Wow, so the Warriors halfway to that 4th win of the game day, which would give them enough to pick up a full point. Take a look here at the replays. Iturbe, beautiful body control there. Looked like he was going to keep it inside, then opened up late to throw the 2-wall.
Beautiful throw by Iturbe, then found the inside early. Then Alex started firing on all cylinders. Backed up by some beautiful catching by Bragley in the back. Alex got a late start on this 2-wall too. We both commented on it and still got to it.
He just waited until Iturbe actually went to throw the ball. And that waited for the windup, and then he darted out there. Great speed, and then this one opens wide. Rotate here. Look at this one. Great scoop, but the throw kicks off the sidewall, comes right to Alex, and opens up, throws the Karam, wastes no time.
When we talk about a laser-like focus on the ball, that's what we're talking about right there. It's just Alex. You see that focus as the ball's coming at him. Eye on the ball the entire time, stopping it on both sides. Not much communication here in the player's cage. Not much needed. Their game is pretty on point.
With a Warriors win tonight, and at least a tie on the Warriors' next game day, the Warriors actually would own the first tiebreaker over the Chargers, which is total matches won this season, and they would also own the second tiebreaker over the Chargers, which is head-to-head results. So if both teams have won the same amount of matches this year, Stu, we'll go to the second tiebreaker, which is head-to-head game day results.
He made sure to bring up my name because I look like a deer with... Never mind, you know how it finishes. Let's begin the second set.
So what that translates to is...
Stu glazed over.
If the Chargers don't win this game day, the Warriors will only need to tie their last game day against the Devils to get into the playoffs. So see what they can do here.
There's a serve by Iturbe. Bragley makes the catch. Rebote beautifully thrown by Iturbe. Bragley's there. Big backhand. Gallo down low. Backhand from the 12 line.
Oh, hit the rail.
Too high. That hit the overhead screen.
Wow.
First point of the second set goes to Alex and Bragley of the Warriors. Alex serves.
Just not the way you want to start off a set. I mean, not well played by the Chargers to begin, and then see Gallo sends one high into the overhead screen early in set 2. Got to get it back. Ooh, tough one.
Ball tipped in the corner off a tough play. 1-1. Iturbide has the serve for the Chargers.
Again, just a little contact with the sidewall before Alex tried to make that catch. Threw off the timing, caught it off the frame.
Robote for Iturbide. Keeps it to the inside. Bragley will take it on the bounce at the 12 line. Hard throw. Iturbide is there. Catch by Gallo. Here's the backhand. Hard throw. Stopped by Bragley. Catch by Alex. Backhand from the 9 line. There's Alex from the 8. Cortada. What a stop by Iturbide. Bragley, backhand to the inside, beautifully thrown. Alex on the forehand. Big right side, scoop on the left side of Gallo. Look, that's a very difficult catch made by Alex, pulling it from the side wall. Iturbide winds up, coasting to the inside. Excellent catch by Bragley overhead. Here's Gallo from the 11 line. Alex up the wall. Beautiful catch on the left side. Robote forehand by Iturbide right to the corner. Out to the Robote. Alex is there, sends it back. Gallo on the catch. Powerful backhand by Gallo. What a catch by Bragley on the forehand. Did not have control of it when he tried to get it off.
Yeah.
That is a second point for Iturbide and Gallo of the Chargers. Iturbide will have the serve.
Yeah, it just was not as natural throwing motion out of the corner. It looked like he stopped right as he went to release it the first time and then tried to get it off the second time. Ended up juggling it, sending it well high and up in the overhead screen.
Powerful forehand is caught by Gallo. Gallo goes hard to the inside. It's a beautiful throw. Alex, forehand. Catch by Iturbide back at the 10 line. Bragley, beautiful catch there at the 12. Robote. Bragley again. Forehand from the 12. Passing. Alex will take this on the hop. Backhand to the back wall. Out to the Robote. Iturbide is there. Caught and dropped. Third point for Iturbide and Gallo of the Chargers. Iturbide will have the serve.
We've seen this Iturbide Gallo team get off to slower starts throughout the Winter 25 season. This is a team that prefers a warmer ball because Iturbide is a shot maker. Faster ball plays more to his strength. He can open up some shots more. And now you see a 3-1 lead into the second set.
Excellent serve by Iturbide. There's a hard forehand. Iturbide gets back to the inside quickly. Makes the backhand on the back wall. Robote forehand by Alex. Iturbide from the left side. What a save by Alex. Iturbide chases it down, rifles it.
Oh,
Alex got assessed on it, but could not complete the catch. 4 points for Iturbide and Gallo of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
And late communication by the Warriors there. Bradley was going for this Robote about 95% of the way there. He heard Alex call him off late. He ducked out of the way and just couldn't get a lot on it. See, just a flick. Saves it, but
great situational awareness by Alex of knowing where that front wall is.
He sets up that throw, which Alex knew where to be, but it's coming so fast it is hard to make the catch.
Here's the catch by Bragley. Iturbide calls for it. Alex gets in there. Could not make the play. 5 points for Iturbide and Gallo of the Chargers. Iturbide has the serve.
First time it felt like Alex was a little out of control there, trying to make the catch and throw almost simultaneously. sensing a little more pressure here now down in the second set. He was trying to make a play. And
that was so close to the sidewall. I mean, the catch by itself is tough.
Got to make sure you have the ball before you start to make a throw.
Outside placement after the scoop is returned by Iturbide to score. Point and set for Iturbide and Gallo. The Chargers, they take the second set 6-1. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out and play the third and decisive set. So yes, per battle court rules, you can scoop the serve, or, as we say in highlight, take the serve bote corrido or bote pronto, as long as you are the front quarter standing well within the service box between the 4 and 7 line. We have an example of that coming here. Here's the scoop. And you just heard one of our players on one of the other teams, knowing that by history I was not the greatest fan of this. But
no, they were wrong, though. It is not illegal by battle court rules. You just have to be standing between the 4 and 7 line.
Yep.
As long as you do that, you don't move up on it. You know, one thing you don't want to have happen is like a back quarter attacking a serve or a front quarter just like running up under it and trying to take it in the air.
Well,
off. You can't.
That
you can't
also,
do that.
let's refer for once to the betting public out
Please,
there. Is that
let's do it.
You're playing doubles. For the most part, unless your back quarter is just completely out of it and has dropped the last 5 balls and can't seem to get anything going, you got a perfectly good back quarter back there. There's no reason to scoop the service is generally the idea there. Or if your back quarter's been aced a couple times, then you may want to step in. Then you may want to step in and do that. In this case, you know, there's no problem with it whatsoever. Just those are the reasons why. As long as the back quarter is working okay, as long as your back quarter is working okay, kind of like a car, just keep going with it.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful scoop by Alex.
Yeah, it was a good scoop.
Nice.
And then the outside placement, Iturbide just all over it. He said the Chargers were going to come with a response there in set number 2, and boy, did they ever. 6-1.
I mean, if he had a really, really good drop shot, like one that, you know, just hits, you know, an inch above the pad and touches the side wall after that scoop, yeah, that's a long distance that the server has to get up there. Or maybe the back quarter runs up and gets it. But we're ready to begin our third and final set. First team to reach 6 points will win this match. Alex has the serve for the Warriors.
And if the Warriors do win this match right here, they will win the game day. If the Chargers win this match, game day will come down to the final singles match. That'll be Douglas against Zuleika.
Powerful serve by Alex. Good catch and return by Gallo. Low rebote, saved by Alex. Iturbide from the 8 line. Powerful throw. Cortada stopped by Alex. Here's the backhand on the wall the whole way. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Right to the corner. Difficult rebote save by Alex. Iturbide, left side rebote. Alex attacks, has it on the forehand. Low and hard. What a catch by Gallo. Tremendous play, and he scores.
What a reversal there.
I think Alex may have been looking at Gallo's play as well when he went to catch the ball.
Wow, look at this catch. I mean, Alex he rips it inside. This is scored almost all day. Look at what he found. Snatches it up. And Alex again, boy, just a little quick. You know, he's fired up. He plays hot. And
very hot.
Again, that throw slows the pace down. He wanted to pick it back up.
Here's a catch by Bragley. Forehand to the left side of Iturbide. Iturbide comes powerfully off the backhand. Rebote forehand by Alex. Clean miss in the backcourt. Here's the catch by Alex. Gallo is there again. Hard backhand. It will score.
Right on the wall. 2
points for Iturbide and Gallo of the Chargers. Iturbide has a serve.
Just a different team when the ball gets warmed up. Gallo's playing with a lot of confidence, too, in the back. As I said earlier, it's just going to come down to this backcourt play. I mean, we know what these front quarters have, but who's going to make a couple more catches? So far, Gallo stepped up late.
Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Bragley gets to the outside. Low and hard. And Gallo makes the save on the rebote. Alex stops the floater in the box. Hard throw from the forehand. Gallo again, clutch catch on the left side. Alex calls for the rebote, but hooked it.
Hooked it. Wow.
3 points for Iturbide and Gallo. Iturbide has the serve.
All about timing. You know, you catch a little deep in the basket, you hook it instead of pulling it off the front wall and continuing that rally. I mean, 9 out of the last 10 with the Chargers season on the line, they have responded nicely.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. And also the fact that Alex's scoop serve has to be playing somewhere in the back of Iturbide's mind. Bragley on the catch. Forehand high and hard to the front wall. Here's the backhand by Gallo. Alex calls for the rebote, keeps it inside. Gallo's there. Good catch. Powerful backhand. Gallo from the forehand. Stopped by Alex. Alex on the backhand. Iturbide called for the rebote. Alex will take it on the left side. Costi inside. Will score. There'll be no shutout in the third set. Alex and Bragley are on the board with a point. Alex has a serve.
Well, Gallo has a lot of confidence in his catching to begin this third set. He went for the scoop coming at him. Look at how high this is bouncing, too. It probably would have made its way back out to be played on the rebote, but ball's tipped. It's the Warriors on the board.
Beautiful serve by Alex. Nice catch and return by Gallo. Into the corner it goes. Rebote to the inside. Backhand by Bragley. Iturbide, rebote, back to the inside. Bragley stops it at the 11 line. Hard throw, high to the front wall. Rebote by Iturbide, caught in the air by Alex. Good catch by Bragley. Hard throw. Bragley from the left side. Backhand with control. Caught by Gallo. Gallo on the forehand. Looking to pass. He does. Rebote left side. Back to the inside. Ball tipped. 2 points for Alex and Bragley of the Warriors. Alex has the serve. Iturbide basically telling Gallo, hey, you've been playing great. Chill out.
Oh, I love that conversation, too. It just, doesn't help to add fuel to the fire and say, hey, what are you doing? Just pat him on the back. Say, hey, we know what you can do. Just settle back in. They're still leading, are the Chargers. Just a 1-point lead now.
Excellent catch by Gallo off a hard serve by Alex. Alex blasts the slow and hard. Iturbide with a clutch catch. Bragley on the backhand to the outside. Rebote by Iturbide for the big bounce to the inside. Bragley with a great catch. Gallo on the backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Alex on the run. Fires it back to the inside. Iturbide gets in there. He makes the save, keeps it inside, and Bragley makes the catch. Hard backhand follows. Rebote forehand. What a catch by Alex. Backhand from the 9 line. Gallo's there. Forehand. Backhand by Alex. Low and hard with control. Great catch by Gallo. Backhand by Gallo, right up the middle to the forehand of Bragley. Gallo steps up, backhand, low and hard. Alex makes the catch. Gustavo will go off the frame of Gallo's cesta. It is 3-3.
Boy, after a slow start, how about the response by the Warriors? 3 points in a row. All of them. Just placement to the inside. Test Gallo, force him to beat you in the back, and you see him come undone now. Midway point of this third set.
Excellent catch by Gallo off a hard serve by Alex. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Alex. Caught in the air by Gallo. Gallo powerfully from the forehand. Caught by Bragley. Alex on the right side. Back to the inside. Iturbide at the 8 line. Big backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote coming out. Outside placement. Read by. Wow, was that close, and the point is still going. Here's the catch by Iturbide. Backhand stopped by Alex. Alex fires it inside. It goes off the frame of Gallo's cesta to score. 4 points for Alex and Bragley. Alex has a serve.
Oh, close your eyes here, folks. It did go right over his head, too. Oh, boy.
No, we've been
That is so dangerous.
No, we've been inching closer and closer and closer.
Today we've been gotten really close to death, but yeah.
To testing whether or not these helmets work or not.
Well,
I mean, we've seen them slammed on the concrete enough to know that they can handle that.
Playoffs are on the line, but lives as well, the way that this is being played.
Well, Alex ducked beautifully there.
He did get out of the way, though. It's most important.
Hard serve by Alex is stopped by Gallo and a great catch. Rebote by Alex. Iturbide tip ball. 5 points for Alex and Bragley of the Warriors. Possible match point.
Is that the first ball Iturbide's missed in this match? I mean, a catchable one for sure. I mean, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that'll be on your highlight reel forever. My phone's exploding, basically, as I'm sitting here announcing. From highlight players going OMG. Highlight players with 20 years of highlight experience.
This point here, one more point for the Warriors, gives them the opportunity in their next game day against the Devils to make the playoffs.
Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Gallo has this on the forehand. Sends it up. Rebote for Alex to the inside. Iturbide, great catch at the 10 line. Powerful backhand caught on the forehand of Alex. Cortada by Alex, caught by Iturbide. Iturbide goes high, caught by Bragley. Bragley keeps it away from Iturbide narrowly. Here's the backhand, caught by Bragley again. Iturbide attacks, backhand. Hard throws, straight back. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. This one caught by Iturbide again. Backhand on the wall the whole way. Difficult Rebote save. Is caught and returned by Gallo. Rebote, 2-all. Iturbide reads it, stops it, returns it hard. What a catch by Bragley. Iturbide cross court, backhand from the 9 line. Bragley's there again. Gallo gets in there, powerful backhand, drops low on the back wall. Tremendous catch by Iturbide. That's just beautiful. Here's Bragley from the 12 line. Gallo's there. Rebote forehand to the outside. Iturbide looking for the Rebote. Puts it inside. Big bounce. Real big bounce. Brought down by Bragley and a beautiful catch. Here's the catch by Iturbide. Backhand. Rebote. Saved by Alex. That ball is tipped. Wow. Point set in a hard-fought, dangerous match for Alex and Bragley of the Warriors.
You nailed it, Stu. Right on. Dangerous, the operative term, but doesn't matter. Warriors win it 6-3 in the 3rd set, giving them their 4th win of the game day. The Warriors give themselves a chance in their final game day of the season. That will be played, next Monday against the Devils. Douglas and Zuleika still have one match to close out the game day. That's coming up in just 2 minutes. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one! Game day score reflecting that win by the Warriors. Now 4 out of the 5 matches have gone their way. And they'll be playing on into their final game day against the Devils with a chance to advance into the playoffs. Alex and Bradley over in the DraftKings Players Cage. Winners of match 5. Oh, what a spot, guys, and what an intense match there. You win the final 6 points of set number 3 to take the match. What was it like, and what's the pressure like with the playoffs hanging in the balance?
Hey, it's just do or die. You know, we got to go out there and make it happen. Everybody knows what their part they had to contribute to make this happen, and you know, we went out there and make it happen. Hopefully, we can get another win here to help us in case there's some random ass tie or something. So.
Well, good luck, guys, the rest of the way. See if Douglas can get it done. Thank you, and well played.
Thank you.
The good thing for Bradley, though, is any random blank tie would go the way of the Warriors, so that is good news. With that win, again, if the Warriors and Chargers tie on total matches won this year, which is the first tiebreaker, the Warriors will win that. And with the game day win today, the Warriors would own the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Chargers as well. We'll get to that more in the post-game show here. This match, Douglas against Zulaika here. We'll see the players. Douglas 5-3 this season in singles. Zulaika 7-2. Ready to go with our final match. There's a serve. We begin. Backhand a pass. Here's the rebote. Forehand by Zulaika. Douglas coming back for it. Makes a save to the inside. Here's Zulaika. Costado. 2-wall to score. Zulaika gets the first point here of our final match.
When Zulaika has it on the Costado like that, you got to commit, and Douglas committed to the inside. I'm still recovering from that duck.
Douglas moves up on the serve, floats the backhand high and hard. Rebote for Zulaika. Saves it inside, catch by Douglas. Floats the backhand right into the corner. Not a lot on it. Zulaika turns it. Catch low by Douglas. Long drop shot. Dropped in to score. That ties it 1-1.
I mean, I was traumatized by that. You know, I drive back to Broward. I pass like, 40 personal injury billboards on the way home. I may have to call one of them. I mean, Alex almost lost his head. That was just batshit crazy. Ugh.
Oh, ball missed off the serve. Douglas takes a 2-1 lead.
See, Zulaika was affected by it too. He's been catching those all day.
High bouncing serve again. Zulaika handles up at the 11 line. Sends it back on the wall. Douglas pulls it right off the numbers. This one passing. Zulaika. High coasty inside. Douglas coming back. Inside placement. Leaves a tough scoop. Zulaika made it. Rebote left side to the outside. That's outside of play. 2-2. Zulaika serve.
Not one that Douglas typically goes for. It's kind of deep when he threw it.
Douglas opens up with the left side. Backhand. Saved by Zulaika. Douglas moving up, makes a tough grab. 2-wall from the inside, scores. Douglas makes it 3-2.
Beautifully executed 2-wall there by Douglas. Very well done. Again, as we've seen throughout this season, been throwing these quite a bit more in singles than doubles.
High, hard backhand coming out a long way. Douglas to the outside, turns it out of play. 3-3. Trading points here. Zulaika now serves.
Again, these have been good ideas by Douglas. Just got to keep it within those boundary lines.
Douglas on the backhand, throws it to pass. Zulaika turns, saves the rebote inside. Here's Douglas. Catch by Zulaika. 2-all opens. Douglas makes the stop, sends it back, low and hard. That'll score. 4-3, Douglas leads.
Hard-fought match between two excellent singles players. Zulaika, of course, has the advantage of experience. Douglas has the advantage of experience on this court.
Strong backhand hits high off the back wall. Rebote, turn wall to wall. Zulaika flicks it up to the outside. All he can get on it. Here's Douglas with time. Another drop shot. Got the first bounce and the second to score. 5 points and a possible set point.
Beautiful shot by Douglas. I mean, of all the options he had, and Zulaika was standing mid-court, you see, going inside, going outside, and it's a drop shot. That's a well-executed drop shot. Contact with the side wall helping there. Make sure it doesn't bounce too high.
Zulaika with the catch. Backhand from the 11 line. Douglas long 2-wall to score. Point and set. Finishes it off 6-3. 2 minutes. Come back and play set number 2.
Thrown with authority. Just beautifully executed by Douglas.
And
You're going to have to do the talking. I'm still in shock over Alex and that.
I was gonna try to do a little math, but the math.
Math on that?
No, it was just other math. But the math is.
The geometry was not in his favor.
No. Stu can give you some math. Take a look at these replays, folks. Not that type of math. I'm like basic math, like addition. Yeah, like that's where we'll cut it off.
My goodness gracious.
Catch here by Douglas. He's kind of rolling around the tip there, but not juggled, and then throws a beautiful 2-all afterwards. Zulaika here.
Good read by Douglas.
2-all, but look at that. Douglas makes the catch, fires it inside, and Bote not played there. Douglas, another drop shot here. Dropped one earlier. This one,
that's particularly
dead by the
bold.
4-line. Douglas throwing these shots with a lot of confidence. I mean, look no further than that one. I mean, from the 10 line to the inside and no fear. And 6-3, first set victory there for Douglas. We'll take a look right now. Yeah, as it stands, after that game day win for the Warriors, they would move up to 6.5 points in our standings. Chargers would still have 7. The Warriors still with 1 game day left. That will be played that's against the Devils this upcoming Monday.
Anything happen to the points if one of your players gets killed? Just out of curiosity.
I don't think you lose. They can't go backwards. So that's why we're saying these playoff spots are clinched.
Just checking. I didn't read that far into the pamphlet.
There may be, there could be something in the fine print, but not to my knowledge. I'll let you know Friday.
Zulaika's got a serve coming up.
Set 2, ready to begin. Now we begin. Rebote forehand by Douglas, looking to pass. He's got it. Zulaika saves the rebote. What a grab. Backhand 2-wall follows, and it scores. Douglas takes the first point of set 2.
We don't see Douglas throw many of those, especially after he's had both feet off the ground. But Zulaika was standing right in there with him. Time to throw it.
Zulaika, what a big forehand right in the corner. Douglas, Robote's save. 2 pass. Here's Zulaika now. Outside placement attempt, not enough. Douglas, drop shot. Oh, that's perfect. 2-0 lead for Douglas.
This may be the most confident that I've ever seen Douglas play. He's in there against Zulaika.
He's firing and looks so comfortable. Every shot has worked out for him. Oh, backhand a little bit too high. That's up at the overhead screen and out of play. Douglas with 3.
I understand Zulaika wanting to get that high on the back wall and get Douglas backpedaling. You know, if Zulaika can get that ball out there to the, 3 or 4 line, may put Douglas in a defensive position. Didn't work at the overhead screen.
Wall to wall. Douglas. Robote played inside. Zulaika cuts it off. Ball runner. Douglas is there. 2-all from the inside. That one doesn't open up. Zulaika rather takes a look, and the forehand scores.
Yeah, Zulaika read that one beautifully. And also, after he makes the catch, he scopes out, takes a peek there, both sides, gets an idea of where Douglas is, knows where he has to cross the wall. Don't know if he's using the numbers on the sidewall. Not some players do, some players don't. To give them something to shoot for.
Douglas, great stop back beyond the 13, floats it overhead. Robote saved by Zulaika. It's dropping. Douglas steps up. Here's the backhand. Caught by Zulaika. Forehand Robote, kicking up and out. Oh, into the
a chick-chack.
That scores perfectly for Douglas, 4-1. He leads.
It's probably the only one we've seen this month. So thrown from the forehand. Has a similar effect as the Chula. One way or the other, is not coming out to be played for Robote.
So like a high and hard. Douglas, what a Robote there. Wall to wall. Zulaika comes out even further. Robote crossing the wall. Zulaika just has to lay this one up. Douglas waits for it. Makes the catch. Inside placement. That scores. 5 points. Possible set and a possible match point here for Douglas.
It was an excellent effort by Zulaika to try to make that catch on the wall. Get his cesta perpendicular to that side wall. Have his side not take too bad a beating.
To left side, picked up here Zulaika, the 2-wall. Oh,
beautiful.
Shoots it, and it scores. Second point for Zulaika.
That was beautifully executed by Zulaika. Again, we know he can throw it. He's all the way back at the 8 line. This just opens up beautifully.
Over serve, first fault. Second serve for Zulaika.
A lot of similarities between Zulaika and Douglas about now. Both power players, great power on both sides.
Douglas steps up at the 11, sends it high and deep. Zulenka tracks it down, plays it inside. Not a lot on that Rebote. Douglas two-wall Rebote for the win. Point, set, and match. Douglas wins it in straight sets, 6-3, 6-2. Big game day for the Warriors. They win it 5-1, defeating the Chargers. Stay tuned for the post-game show. That's coming up momentarily.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. What a clutch performance there by the Warriors, defeating the Chargers 5-1 in tonight's game day. Big reason why the Warriors have made their move up the standings the last couple of weeks has been our player of the day today. And that honor goes to Bradley. Once again, another day winning both of your matches, one with Correa, one with Alex. But I got to ask you about that match with Alex. Now you guys have won 4 matches in a row coming into it. When you saw the schedule today and the way the game day was going, how confident were you when you saw that your match could be the clincher?
Yeah, just knew what was on the line and had to go out and, watch videos and, make it happen.
Yeah, and you've alluded to like watching stuff and watching film. What exactly are you looking at watching past matches with yourself, all opponents, or what do you see when you watch the film?
Sometimes it's a combination of, watching myself play my previous opponents and then sometimes watching some of their most recent matches and seeing what their strengths and weaknesses are so I know what I got to do.
Yeah, well played, Stu. Yeah.
LA, so I'm not gonna risk butchering your last name as I do on a day-to-day basis in either Pelota or here. But, you're one of the original 2018 Magic City players. You didn't pick up a cesta before 2018. And I look at you and watch every point that you played, specifically in the match that Andrew's talking about. We have Iturbide with, 20, 25, 20 plus years of experience between amateur and professional. And Alex, young and up and coming star with at least 10, 15 years of experience. Gallo's been around the amateur circuit and professional circuit. And you're out there catching and throwing with these guys. Not only are you keeping up with them, you're taking everything they're throwing at you, you're throwing it back consistently. Maintain your composure. I mean, are you just focused on the ball? Are you trying to accomplish something beyond that, or?
Yeah, just a matter of staying focused. Just believing in myself. I know I can go out there and do it. It's just a matter of doing it consistently and not letting my nerves get the best of me.
And last question that I have for you is, because this is particularly difficult, when you go down to catch a ball in the corner, okay? Mm-hmm. Like when you squat down, there's literally zero room for error, because you're wedged into the corner and the ball can't go anywhere except into the cesta or into you. No fear?
Not too much. I feel like I've gone through a lot, dealing with a lot of different injuries, so my pain tolerance is high, and I don't know, somehow early on in my early years of playing, it worked out. Sometimes some of the guys, specifically Tennessee, and gave me the nickname of the praying mantis. So it's one of my special talents, I guess.
You do it better than anyone else I've ever seen in highlight, not just here, but in highlight anywhere, and it's an honor to watch you do it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Bradley, most importantly, I'll leave you with this. Game day tie or better in your next game day, and you guys are going to the playoffs. So don't have to worry about any of the other tiebreakers. Tie or better in the game day, and you guys are moving on. So thanks for the time, and good luck in that final game day against the Devils.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll continue on with the post-game show here and get those replays started, recapping the action between the Chargers and the Warriors today. 5-1, Warriors take it on a crucial late-season game day. Julian and Douglas here got us started. Good performance by the Chargers here to open it up. This ended up being the only win for them on the game day. Karaman the pad, and pad is bad.
Quite a surprise. I mean, Ubia was beyond impressive with his catching in the back, both off the bounce and in the air. Iturbide's court positioning and catching was also spot on. He was always in the right place, made a lot of things happen. Seemed like that was going to set the tone for the day for the Chargers, and it didn't.
Got off to a great start. You see Iturbide fired up, but then Alex and Manny coming back here again. Zulaika and Arta. This was a statement win, 6-0 in the first set, and then handled their business. Did the Warriors in set 2 as well.
So yeah, toss up as far as player of the day. You go with Alex, who's playing phenomenal, as you talked about specifically in the broadcast. He's an exciting player. He's a fiery player, but I do kind of expect to see some of this stuff from him. I also expect to see him keep his head on his shoulders the entire time that he's under contract at Magic City, and that became a potential issue, which I'm really hoping that the replay folks just
No, it's in the next match though, but we'll see.
And could be evidence at some point. So here's a tip ball by Arta in the backcourt, and that ended it.
That's a good point, Stu. Maybe we should have thought about that. Correa and Bradley here against El Barba and Gallo, 6th division doubles match.
So whenever El Barba's on the court, it's fun. And you never know what's going to happen. And halfway through this match, he required a complete rub down by Gallo. And that was interesting. The important thing was that Correa and Bradley maintained their focus throughout. They didn't get distracted by any of it. Barber did a good job. He had a couple really good serves, got a couple balls away from his opponents. And Correa and Bradley just caught them through until they won.
Yeah, consistent play by Bradley in the back. A couple mistakes for Correa early, but he picked it up there late, focusing, and look at that catch.
That's what
Beautiful
Bradley was
play
doing.
To the inside. It's over the top, and you see right off of Gallo Cesta.
Tipped.
Warriors winning that one, making it 2 in a row. Julian looking to make it 3 in a row in singles against Arta. Got off to a hot start, but again, both sets got tight pretty late.
Arta came back beautifully. I mean, came back absolutely beautifully in that first set, came to 5-5. Julian was able to finish it. Second set, Julian got off to another really good start. Arta looked like he was coming back, then Julian just finished it off in 2 sets.
The inside here, scooped by Arta. Beautiful catch. And the strong backhand into the corner. As Rebote hits, it's close to the wall. Arta gets to it, but it's not the best shot here. It's inside the boundary. Julian opens up and ends the match. Then match number 5. This is where things got interesting and a little dangerous. Oh, Stu, they didn't even give you a warning. They just went right into it there. Boom. There's the throw. Everybody's safe.
Fortunately, they didn't go with any slow motion on that.
We still got first free. Hold your horses here, Stu. I think that's coming.
No.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
so folks,
Let's see how quickly we can slow it down.
So we don't keep it like in the highlight talk here. Okay, this is called crossing, and you don't cross. You have to think you're faster than the ball. Okay, you see this? See this right there?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, you have to believe that you're faster than the ball. When the guy's firing it from his forehand and you're crossing in front of it, you have to think you're faster than the ball. And it's not against any rules, but it is about as dangerous as it gets. One of the selling points of highlight going back all the way to the 1920s. Dodging Death was a great video in black and white sometime in the 1930s. Look for it. I've tried. I can't find it. But Dodging Death is, and that's exactly what Alex did. He dodged death. He kept his head on his shoulders, thank God.
And if you do find it, email me and I'll give you Stu's phone number.
It's just, you know, if you're around highlight long enough, here we go again. We're showing it again. It's like if you've seen highlight, if you've been around highlight enough, you saw Billy go to the side wall and take one off the side wall to the forehead, and next thing he's on the ground and his career is over. You saw Juan getting one of the most famous hits was a cross. Was Juan crossing in front of Ermua. Juan comes here on Friday nights. You can see him and ask him why he did it. And he took one right in the side of the head. He came back and played. It worked out okay. But, I mean, it's just so dangerous. In my view, unnecessary. That's kind of my point, is we want you to live so you can play more highlight, especially when you're young. That's the whole thing.
The good thing is that's it, Stu. If there was one more replay, I think he would have fallen on the floor, folks, seriously. And now we're here with Zuleika and Douglas in this top singles match. And Douglas, I mean, snapping a 2-all there off the rebote. What a way to close it out. Most confidence he's ever played with, and he got in and out of there with a pretty easy win over Zuleika, who had the best record in Division I coming into this match. Douglas puts the exclamation mark on a pretty big day for the Warriors here. 5-1. Picking up all those wins and, most importantly, a point in our season-long standings. Stu and I join you here back on camera.
Do you have any idea how dangerous that is?
Only because of what you've told me about it. That's all I know, and I saw how you reacted. So,
did you see how JR reacted?
Everyone reacted. I heard it. I saw it. Everything. So.
Actually, let me sit up here and be more professional. Okay. Sorry, folks.
We're back here. Let's take a look at those standings here, if we can, to see.
Please, they're very complicated. I need you to explain what's going on to me.
We're going to keep it as simple as we can here, Stu, because
for my benefit, please.
Warriors won tonight's game day. They moved to 6.5 points. The Chargers have played all 15 of their regular season game days, so they're stuck at 7 points. If the Warriors tie or win their next game day, they will advance to the playoffs over the Charger. Again, our first tiebreaker this season is total matches won. After the matches today, the Chargers had 42 matches won, and the Warriors had 41 matches won. So if the Warriors tie, they will get 3 more wins, thus surpassing the Chargers and getting that tiebreaker and advancing to the playoffs.
Talk about close.
That's the math. So again, pretty simple. Warriors tie or better, and they will advance to the playoffs and knock out the Chargers. Seeding for the top 3 teams still also up for grabs in these final couple of game days. So on Friday night, we will be back in action. That game day will be, I believe it's the Cyclones against, that is the Devils. Again, we'll get started with some doubles.
Even the board is in shock.
I'm telling you, Stu, everyone's rattled a little bit. Inaki and Amigarena take on Fronton and Manny to get things started. Then Bueno and Rock go up against CRB and Kubala. 2 singles in a row. Then Manu takes on Nicholas. Then Amigarena goes against Jairo.
Jairo's back.
Yes, Jairo is back, Stu. Good note. He'll be back and playing in the playoffs for the Devils as well. And then 2 doubles to close out the day. Ikeda and Rock take on Fronton and CRB. Manny, and we close it out with Inaki and Manu against Jairo and Nicholas. That is on Friday night, Cyclones and Devils, 7 p.m. And then next week, just Monday and Tuesday, Devils and Warriors on Monday, and Fireballs and Cyclones on Tuesday. That will close out the regular season.
Wow.
Soon I'll be back here on Friday. Cyclones and Devils. See you at 7 p.m.
See you Friday at 7 if we make it.
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!